Do you ever find yourself staring at the ceiling, wide awake, long after the clock hits midnight? You're tired, your body wants to rest, but your mind keeps moving. It's not your fault. After 60, your body produces less melatonin, that gentle hormone that tells the brain, it's time to sleep. But here's where it gets interesting. In Japan, where people live longer and sleep better than almost anywhere else, researchers have been studying how traditional foods can reactivate natural melatonin production, without pills and without side effects. And the results are surprisingly simple. A few bedtime snacks can help your body find that rhythm again. Because when you feed the body right, it remembers how to rest. Tonight, we'll look at 5 Japanese snacks that calm the nerves, balance hormones, and help you fall asleep naturally. No grogginess in the morning. No dependence on sleeping pills. Just nature doing what it's always done, helping you drift into real, deep sleep. Before we start, take a second to subscribe. Every time you subscribe, like, or share, you help us reach more seniors who want to live longer, move better, and sleep peacefully again. All right, let's start with number 5, a snack that's been part of Japanese kitchens for centuries, but science now shows it can quiet restless legs and lower nighttime anxiety. Number 5, roasted soybeans, Kinako, or Edamame crunch. In Japan, roasted soybeans are more than a snack. They're part of a ritual. Families eat them during Setsubun, the spring festival, to chase away bad spirits before a new season begins. But in modern science, these little beans chase away something else: restless nights. Roasted soybeans are naturally high in tryptophan, an amino acid that becomes serotonin, then later converts into melatonin, your body's master sleep hormone. As we age, our pineal gland produces less melatonin each year, sometimes dropping by almost 50% after age 60. That's one reason sleep becomes lighter and more fragmented. Soybeans help fill that gap naturally. Each handful delivers magnesium, isoflavones, and gentle plant proteins that relax muscles and regulate hormone balance. In women, isoflavones mimic mild estrogen activity, easing night sweats and hormonal wake-ups. In men, they reduce cortisol, the stress hormone that spikes around 3 a.m. when most people over 60 find themselves suddenly awake. Here's the best part: the science behind the comfort. In 2022, Japanese researchers at Kyoto University studied older adults who added roasted soy snacks to their nightly routine. Within 2 weeks, participants showed measurable increases in serum serotonin and reported fewer midnight awakenings. That's biochemical proof that food can help your brain remember the pattern of deep sleep. So how do you use it? It's simple. About a small handful, roughly 30 grams, 1 hour before bed is all you need. You can roast plain soybeans at home, sprinkle them with a little cinnamon or Kinako powder, or enjoy lightly salted edamame. Avoid heavy oil or sugar coatings, because stable blood sugar at night helps your brain maintain steady neuronal firing patterns that keep you asleep. There's also a sensory side to this ritual. Chewing the beans slowly encourages proprioceptive relaxation. That's the body's awareness of position and pressure. When you chew rhythmically, nerves in your jaw signal safety to the brainstem, lowering heart rate and activating the parasympathetic system. That's your rest and digest mode, the gateway to real sleep. For many seniors, that combination can shorten the time it takes to drift off. Instead of lying awake thinking about the next day's errands or your aching knees, your body starts releasing serotonin gently, your breathing slows, and within minutes, you're floating toward rest. And if you want to make it a little ritual, try pairing roasted soybeans with a warm cup of caffeine-free barley tea or water infused with a slice of lemon. Hydration supports cellular mechanotransduction, the process where gentle pressure and nutrients tell your cells to repair overnight. It's one of the quiet miracles of the human body. Given the right signals, it restores itself naturally. So the next time you feel sleep slipping away, skip the pills and reach for something ancient, simple, and proven. A handful of roasted soybeans might be all it takes to tell your body and your brain that night has begun. And as your muscles loosen and your breathing steadies, imagine pairing that same calm with something warm, golden, and naturally sweet. A food that Japanese elders have relied on for generations to soothe the body before rest. Number 4, sweet potato, Yaki imo. In Japan, few things feel cozier on a cool evening than the scent of Yaki imo, roasted sweet potatoes sold from small street carts. The skin crackles, the center is soft and golden, and the sweetness feels like comfort itself. But beyond the nostalgia, this humble food hides a secret that modern science now understands clearly. Sweet potatoes help your body fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up refreshed. Let's start with the basics. Sweet potatoes are rich in complex carbohydrates, the kind that digest slowly and gently raise serotonin levels. That serotonin then transforms into melatonin, the key hormone that tells your brain it's time to sleep. This process relies on a steady release of glucose, which helps your brain absorb tryptophan, the amino acid that drives serotonin production in the first place. Think of it as the brain's fuel line for calm. For older adults, this gentle carbohydrate rhythm matters more than most people realize. Sharp spikes and drops in nighttime blood sugar can jolt the body awake, often around 2 or 3 a.m. That's when adrenaline releases to correct the imbalance, and your mind starts racing again. Sweet potatoes keep that from happening by stabilizing blood sugar through the night. But that's not all. They're loaded with potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B6, a trio that supports muscle relaxation and reduces neural overactivity. When magnesium enters the muscle cells, it quiets calcium's stimulating effect. This is how it helps restless legs and twitching during light sleep phases. Vitamin B6, meanwhile, acts like a co-pilot for melatonin production, ensuring the hormone is released at the right time of night. In one small study from Osaka Medical College, older participants who included sweet potatoes in their evening meals reported falling asleep 15 minutes faster and experiencing fewer midnight awakenings. Their melatonin levels increased by almost 30% after 2 weeks. That's not a pill. That's food reminding the body how to regulate itself. Now, how can you enjoy it? Keep it simple. Half of a small roasted sweet potato about an hour before bed is ideal. You can bake it earlier in the evening, let it cool slightly, and eat it plain. Or drizzle a little honey for added glycogen replenishment, which also supports muscle recovery overnight. Avoid butter or heavy toppings, since fat slows digestion and delays serotonin conversion. For a relaxing nighttime ritual, pair your sweet potato with a few roasted soybeans from earlier. The protein from soy and the carbohydrates from sweet potato combine to create an ideal neurochemical balance for melatonin release. It's a classic Japanese concept called washoku, the harmony of food energies. What makes this combination so powerful isn't just nutrition, it's the way it trains your nervous system. The slow chewing, the warm texture, the familiar scent, all of it signals parasympathetic activation, telling your body that the day's tension is over. In Japan, elders often eat Yaki while sitting by a window, watching the night settle in. It's a quiet moment of gratitude and grounding, one that science now says prepares the body for deeper, more restorative sleep. And if you think a simple root vegetable can't do much more than that, wait until you see what happens when you combine warmth with fermentation. Number 3. Miso soup, a nighttime fermented broth. Few things feel more soothing in Japan than ending the day with a warm bowl of miso soup. It's simple, a bit of fermented soybean paste dissolved in hot water. Yet it holds generations of quiet wisdom. For people over 60, this humble soup may be one of the most effective ways to calm the body and prepare the brain for sleep. Here's why. Miso is made from fermented soybeans, rich in amino acids, probiotics, and GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid, a compound that acts like the brain's natural brake pedal. When GABA levels rise, neural firing slows down, heart rate eases, and muscles release tension. It's the same calm you feel after deep breathing or meditation, created through food. Fermentation also introduces beneficial lactobacillus bacteria, which keep the gut healthy. Modern sleep research shows that the gut and the brain are deeply connected through the vagus nerve, a pathway that constantly communicates emotional and physical states. When the gut microbiome is balanced, it produces more serotonin, setting the stage for smoother melatonin production later in the evening. That's why people with healthy digestion often fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. Warm temperature plays its own role. When you sip something hot, the body's internal temperature rises slightly, and as it cools afterward, the drop helps trigger sleep onset. This cooling response tells your circadian rhythm that night has arrived. It's the same reason a warm bath before bed helps you doze off more easily. Now let's talk about nutrients. Miso provides zinc, copper, and manganese, minerals that support the enzymes responsible for melatonin synthesis. A small serving also contains natural peptides that help repair muscle tissue overnight, improving joint comfort for anyone dealing with stiffness or arthritis. That repair process happens through machinotransduction, the body's way of turning mechanical signals, like gentle movement or pressure, into healing chemical messages inside your cells. When the nutrients from miso circulate during sleep, that process becomes more efficient. To prepare it, Simply dissolve a teaspoon of miso paste in a cup of hot water. Add a few cubes of tofu or sliced seaweed if you like texture. Avoid boiling the paste directly. High heat destroys many of the living probiotics. If sodium is a concern, look for reduced salt versions. The beneficial compounds remain even at lower salt levels. Many Japanese elders enjoy their evening miso while seated quietly, feet flat on the floor, hands wrapped around the bowl. That physical posture reinforces proprioceptive grounding, a subtle reminder to the nervous system that you're safe and still. In that state, cortisol drops, breathing slows, and sleep hormones take over naturally. It's a nightly reset, warmth for the stomach, calm for the mind, and balance for the body. If you've ever wished for a gentle sleep aid that feels like comfort itself, miso soup might be it. And if you thought fermentation was powerful, wait until you see the next food, a simple fruit that science calls one of nature's most effective natural sleep enhancers. Number 2. Kiwi, nature's sleep enhancer. One of the most effective natural sleep aids doesn't come from a pharmacy, but from the produce aisle. The humble kiwi, small, fuzzy, and bright green inside, has quietly changed how scientists understand food-based sleep therapy. At Taipei Medical University, adults who ate 2 kiwis an hour before bed for 4 weeks fell asleep 35% faster, slept longer, and woke up feeling more refreshed. That's a measurable improvement in sleep latency and sleep efficiency. The same outcomes researchers track in sleeping pill trials, yet achieved naturally without side effects. Kiwi's secret lies in its nutrient chemistry. It's loaded with serotonin, antioxidants, and vitamin C, all of which help regulate your circadian rhythm. As evening light fades, serotonin converts to melatonin, the hormone that tells the body it's time to rest because melatonin production drops with age. Adding serotonin-rich foods like kiwi gives the body a gentle head start toward deeper sleep. The fruit also provides folate, carotenoids, and magnesium. These reduce oxidative stress in the brain's sleep centers, the hippocampus and hypothalamus, and relax blood vessels to ease nighttime leg cramps or twitching. For many seniors, that means fewer 3 a.m. awakenings and calmer muscles through the night. To enjoy it, eat 1 or 2 kiwis about an hour before bed, either alone or with plain yogurt. The probiotics in yogurt complement kiwi's fiber, improving gut balance and boosting serotonin made in the digestive tract. Prefer a drink? Blend kiwi with soy or oat milk, both rich in tryptophan, the amino acid that fuels serotonin production. Together, they form a soothing, nutrient-dense bedtime smoothie. There's a sensory benefit too. Peeling or slicing fruit before bed engages sight, scent, and touch, cues that activate your parasympathetic nervous system, lowering heart rate and preparing the body for rest. In Japanese wellness culture, this mindful pause is called shinrin-yoku, forest bathing for the mind. It's about presence, calm, and letting the day dissolve gently. Add that small ritual to your evening, and you may notice mornings feeling brighter, steadier, more alive. And if kiwi brings balance through fruit, our final snack does it through ritual. A calming cup of green tea that blends ancient tradition with modern neuroscience. Number 1. Matcha latte, low-caffeine night ritual. In Japan, preparing matcha isn't just about drinking tea. It's a ceremony, quiet, mindful, and almost meditative. And that same ritual, practiced for centuries, may hold one of the most overlooked secrets to better sleep after 60. Unlike regular green tea, matcha uses the entire powdered leaf, which means you're getting a concentrated source of L-theanine, a natural amino acid that increases alpha brainwaves. Those are the same waves your brain produces during meditation, prayer, and light sleep, calm but alert. This is what helps matcha promote relaxation without drowsiness. Now here's where science meets tradition. When you drink matcha about 4 to 5 hours before bed, its gentle caffeine interacts with L-theanine to support a steady release of serotonin, which then converts into melatonin as your body winds down. It doesn't knock you out. It guides you there gradually, helping your sleep rhythm realign naturally. For older adults, this can be especially valuable. Our bodies lose some of their neuroplasticity with age. That's the ability of brain cells to adapt to changing signals. L-theanine helps restore that flexibility by enhancing GABA and dopamine activity, which together calm the nervous system. This is why many people who drink ceremonial-grade matcha in the evening report sleeping more deeply, yet waking more refreshed. But matcha's benefits go further. It's rich in catechins, antioxidants that protect the brain from oxidative stress. That protection supports the pineal gland, the tiny structure responsible for producing melatonin. Keeping it healthy means keeping your sleep clock reliable. Here's how to prepare it for nighttime use. Use half a teaspoon of ceremonial-grade matcha powder in warm, not boiling water. Whisk until smooth and frothy, then mix it with warm soy milk or oat milk. That small amount of milk adds tryptophan and calcium, both vital for melatonin synthesis. If you prefer sweetness, add a touch of honey, which supports gentle glycogen replenishment overnight. Avoid energy blends or cafe matcha. They're usually too strong and often loaded with sugar. As the goal here isn't stimulation, it's simply balance. This drink should feel like an exhale at the end of your day, not another push forward. As you sip, you might notice your breathing deepen, and that's L-theanine actively reduces sympathetic tone, the body's fight or flight response. It's one reason monks in Japan have used matcha for meditation for over 800 years, to remain calm yet focused during long hours of stillness. Combined with your earlier evening snacks, matcha completes the cycle. Together, these foods restore serotonin levels, relax muscles, regulate hormones, and help your body remember how to rest naturally again. So tonight, maybe skip the sleeping pill. Try a small cup of warm matcha latte instead. Let the stillness of the Japanese night teach your body what it once knew so well, how to drift off peacefully and stay there. Before we wrap up, take a moment to subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us reach more seniors looking for gentle, science-based ways to live stronger, sleep deeper, and wake brighter. And in our next video, we'll explore the Japanese breathing ritual that doctors say can reset your sleep cycle in under 3 minutes. No supplements required. Until then, rest well. Your best sleep may still be ahead of you. Thank you for watching.